Hey, everybody, welcome to COPI Cafe. This is episode 25. We've got Rob Gregg here, Josh Jones, and a couple of screwdrivers. I don't know if those are relevant, are they?
No, I just picked them up. Maybe they're antlers. I don't know.
Oh,
Um,
antlers. Is that your word? You already got it out of the way?
no,
Or
the
is that a
screwdriver.
decoy? Is that a decoy? All right. Hey, yeah, episode 25. What are you drinking today, Rob?
Well, I got a big drink today, so I'm drinking Welsh's Grape Boost. Look at the size of
Hmm,
that. What 1 liter?
interesting.
Purple grape.
What am I
It's
drinking?
is that what I don't know. I'm going to open this. I think. Well, when you stir something like that, usually in the morning, it's because you're having some kind of like iced tea. But I mean, you might have a can next to you or something. So I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for iced tea.
Negative. Um,
Ooh,
Dun,
you're drinking
dun, dun,
dirt.
dun, 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 dun. It's super greens and a lion's mane mushroom powder as well. Supposed to be good for memory, nerves, and focus.
Say that again.
Excuse you?
A lion's mane.
Lion's mane.
Nice. I'll put some hairs on your beard. Hairs on your chin.
Mm, hairs on the chin. Yeah. All
This
right.
is really nice.
Business cards came in, Rob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there we go.
spelt my
And
name
then
wrong.
also I got to cover this little icon on the back. There's a little thing on the back. If you come and see us at the conference, um, this little icon here will take you to a special landing page.
Oh,
So
let's have another.
come get
Let's have
one
another
of
look at
these
it.
cards from us at the conference.
Let's have another
Huh?
look at it. Oh, why are you hiding it? Do you know how QR codes work? Do you know
Yeah.
the pattern is encoded 4 or 5 times in it? So if it's destroyed, so there might just be enough pattern that you showed there for me to scan that.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah,
if there is enough pattern, then we're going to have to
blur it out.
remove that section.
Yeah,
Um, we'll blur it out. Yeah.
I have detailed files of QR codes.
Good, good, good. So, all right. Fun stuff today. Stake pool is going really well. We've got 57 million at this point. We're nearing that point of saturation, and we have not decided what we're going to do entirely about that just yet. So, not a lot to say there, but it's going really well. And we thank everybody for your support. And obviously, if you are staking, hopefully, you know that you can go over to Drip Drops. And as long as you're connected to the wallet that you're staking from, you can withdraw COPI tokens
Yeah,
from the Drip Drops platform
50,
as a
50,
reward. Huh?
57 million stake is the 64 is the saturation into it. Although I have heard somewhere it's 66, but I'm pretty sure it's 64 million.
64 million.
Mm.
Um, that is the saturation point, actually. Yep. That's
Yeah.
correct. 64
But
million.
it can go higher than that. There's not too much harm done.
Yeah, yeah, we've got another 7 million worth of room, but yeah, 64 million's the number. So, yeah, thanks again for your support everyone and go to Drip Drops if you want to collect. All that
Did we make
information is in our Discord.
sorry, did we make another I mean that's I'm just gonna bring up the stats for that because although
Please do.
it's a new stake pool. Um let me just share this.
Okay.
Am I sharing my screen? Do you want to put it on the screen?
Oh yeah, I'll put it up there. Hold on one second.
So yeah, what I wanted to just point out is we've made 165 blocks and it's been going has it been going 4 weeks, 5 weeks? Epoch?
Uh
How many epochs
somewhere
are we?
around there.
Which I
4
think is
weeks maybe.
amazing. I think we did another 46, but I mean, yeah, 4,389 delegates. I think that's just incredible. I mean,
Yeah. It's
thanks
great.
everyone. thanks everyone for your support. You know, we make some ADA out of that, and in return, the Cardano blockchain returns ADA to everyone that's staked, which is
Well,
amazing.
yeah, but you also make ADA out of that, and
Mhm.
our margin. It's again just a reminder for everybody: we're not a stake pool offering. We're just
Yep.
rewarding people with COPI, so it's an added bonus. But our rates are just in line with the you know Cardano standard for stake pool fees. So
Yep.
we earn rewards, yes, but also you earn the standard reward as well as some COPI. So it's a great
And we
place.
currently only have one stake pool with the ticker name COPI. I am aware there is another one there called COPI 2. That is not us whatsoever. And you know, those scammers are doing really well out of duping people at the moment. But
Yeah, sadly,
yeah.
that's a move. We've talked about it on previous episodes. That is a move that people do, and then they'll all of a sudden switch their charges to 100%. You don't lose any of your ADA, but you just don't get any of those rewards. We've talked about that before. So be careful where you're staking. Make sure that it is an official pool with
I think
us.
it's important to mention it now and again because not everybody watches every episode of Copa Cafe.
Wait, what?
No, it's true. There
Uh,
there is one member of Discord
I think
who's
we have
always
100% retention.
no, no, no. There's one member of Discord who says he will never ever watch a single episode of it, even though I tell him that I talk about him regularly. It's quite funny.
Why? Okay, that is quite funny. Why? Why will he never watch an episode of it?
I have no idea. I have no
Is
idea.
that a
He just
spite? Is it he just doesn't watch things on
I
YouTube or
I
he
just
thinks we're boring or which,
I all of
doesn't
the
matter.
above. I just think he spends so much time drinking wine by his pool that he just doesn't have time to watch us on Kobe Cafe. It's quite
Yeah,
funny.
that's challenging. I get it. Well, I
He
mean,
can't fit us in. But
yeah.
we have good banter.
Well, good, good. I'm glad it's staying amicable. Community is important. We got the Vasil Hard Fork coming up, and that is happening. Well, it would have happened yesterday
Yep,
for you guys that are watching. And obviously, this is a significant moment for anyone participating in Cardano or keeping their eye on Cardano. I think it's one of the most significant. I've always been very excited about prior releases. Shelly was one of the first one that I was super pumped up about
yep,
back in June of 2020, and that was what enabled stake pools and proof of stake and greater decentralization
yeah.
of the Cardano.
That was the decentralization
Right.
hard
Yeah,
fork.
which was huge and very important, very significant. If you think about it, that was June of 2020 when we started proof of stake,
Yep.
and Ethereum just launched their version of it, which is quite a bit different. Now, I think you have to lock your tokens up uh, with Ethereum, but with the Cardano proof of stake, you're not locked up. You can withdraw, still
Did
get your
you
rewards. You can
participate
move.
in the
Huh?
test net? Because you had a stake pool. Did you participate in the
And the test net, no, I was not that early. We did not launch our pool until I wish, because the people that were participating in testnet, they had
yeah,
a great opportunity to really grow their pools because so many people were just discovering
yeah.
it. So all that
Well,
ADA fill up.
I was part of it. I didn't have a stake pool. But I can't remember what I did, but I ended up staking some test ADAs, and then they actually when it went live, that test ADA, you could swap it for real ADA, so that was really
Mm,
good.
yeah,
I can't remember what I was staking though. I mean,
it was
I don't
test. It was test ADA, I
yeah, I
think.
just must have downloaded it and
Yeah,
staked it.
It was T Ada or
Mm,
something
yeah,
like that. Just much probably same thing we were utilizing from the faucet to test our NFT marketplace.
yeah,
T Ada, I would
thousands
imagine.
of free ADA for doing
But then
nothing.
we had so after Shelly was, and I was super pumped up about that. I think Cardano was 8, 12, 15 cents around then. It's a great time to DCA in.
Yeah,
Uh, After that was Alonzo, which brought us smart contract functionality. Really fired up about that one. And
mhm,
that did enable more people to really start building creative things in the ecosystem. And now I
yeah,
think this one's big just because, well, from what I hear, it's one of their biggest releases, but it allows for a lot more scalability
Yeah.
with the pipelining, and then there's also a Plutus version 2 that's coming out for improved efficiencies on Plutus and referencing scripts and things like that.
Yeah.
Um, I actually read the blog post about it, and I don't fully get a lot of what they're talking about though, because I'm not a developer. Um,
With, with the
what?
reference scripts.
Yeah, with the reference scripts. Are you
Yeah.
acquainted with that, or?
Yeah.
So one thing I would love for them to do, is when they're going to release information on these improvements, is like, what does that mean? So that an entrepreneur could go, well, what can we do with that? So I have a better idea of how to think about what we could do with that. Not
There is
as if
there's
they don't
lots.
have enough on their plate,
Well,
but
no, they do, and lots of YouTubers cover that. But obviously, there's so much information out there that it is hard to keep up. I mean, that's why I watch YouTubers like Cardano with Paul or Kaizen Crypto because they keep me up to date with that. And with the reference scripts is currently at the moment when you write a Plutus script, all that code actually gets written into that transaction. So if you imagine hundreds and hundreds of lines of code, that's kind of bloating. And one of the changes that's in this release, the Vasil Hard Fork, is now you only need to include like a link. So it may be about 30 or 40 characters, and that link then goes off to where that script is actually held. So instead of having to include all the code for
so it's
every
reducing
single
the
transaction.
size.
Yes, because now
Okay.
it's just basically having a web link instead of all these lines of code. So that puts the transaction smaller, which costs less, and it means you can then get more transactions on the block. So I mean, that one change alone is absolutely huge. But this change comes with this hard fork comes with lots and lots more changes, and this is just one of the many milestones in the Cardano roadmap. I mean, and this lays some of the foundation now for governance, which is coming in the future. But it also has a huge release with Daedalus as well. So one of the biggest complaints that everybody has with Daedalus is sometimes it takes up to 6 months to open Daedalus. I might have slightly exaggerated that, but it feels like it's up to 6 months. Well, now Daedalus, because it's a full-blown node, will also have the ability to become a light client as well. So we should be able to open Daedalus. I don't know if it's immediate or it'll come in the future when Mithril goes live. But Daedalus will open just as fast as a web browser,
Is that
which will
right?
be
I
mm,
didn't know that.
in- yeah.
And that is definitely an issue, syncing the blockchain when you open Daedalus. That's a
Yeah, just the
fairly
time it
known.
takes. Yeah,
Yeah,
because people don't realize that Daedalus is a full-blown node.
right. You're downloading the entire blockchain
Yeah,
basically when you
yeah.
open it.
But
Yeah, for it
Mithril
to be able to
changes all that.
sync.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a huge change. This is really exciting.
it is. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think the main thing I'm excited about is there's a lot of pretty amazing projects I've been following that are going to be able to launch pretty
Yep,
soon. You look at Indigo,
yep,
Liquid Finance,
yep,
Maladex, a lot of good projects that I believe are going to have been waiting for this moment to launch. So I think you're going to see the ecosystem uh, really flesh out with some of those DeFi applications and different needs
yep.
that really show what
Loads
can
of
be
them.
done on Cardano. So
Yeah, a meld will be
Mel,
all their services will be coming on board. There's lots and lots
have
of
they
DeFi.
announced their launch date? Or like I didn't realize that they
Not at the
that's
moment.
exciting for sure. But
Yeah.
well, I'm definitely excited about that project as well.
All these heavy hitters that
So
yeah, I've just been waiting. So I mean, the next 3 months on Cardano is going to be huge.
yeah, it's going to be
The,
fun to watch.
the
So
chain is now waking up.
yep, yep, sleeping giant kind of thing.
Mhm.
Awesome. So word game results. Are we announcing word game results right now, or have they already been announced?
No, we can announce them now. Definitely, yeah. I
Okay,
mean, I would be surprised if wh- when I found out what your word was. I mean, oh,
it's a tough one.
seriously.
It's a tough one. I mean, how are you? Well, I mean, it's not like I say that often, That's a UK phrase, right?
Yeah. Hello
Hello
there.
there. Hello
No,
there.
no. Do you know where that originates from?
You?
No,
I don't
Star
know.
Wars.
For
Star
me,
Wars.
it's you.
No,
That's yeah. You say that all the time. Hello there.
I think it was first said in 1977 in the original Star Wars.
Ah, really?
Yeah, it's Ben Kenobi's words. Hello there.
Ah, so nice. Well done. Okay. So that was my words. And then yours was Henry, which I
Henry.
called in the actual video.
Yeah, you did. And what was amazing about that, because we don't know our words together,
No, we don't.
and we he's
And we
we
said them within
3 seconds of each other. Because you said hello there, Matt came on, and I said Henry Jones Jr.
That's great.
Wow.
Uh, it's weird that we've both already said our word in this one. And
Have we? I've not said mine yet. Sausages.
yours was antlers, wasn't it?
Antlers.
Yeah, antler. Yeah. It's weird. Interesting. So just having a little fun. Thanks for having some fun with us. Oh, was it screwdriver? Shoot. I don't know. I'll just have to remain curious. Yeah, I mean we have to have some fun because sometimes this episode is it's done on a weekly basis. If we don't do something fun, break up the routine a little bit. And
What's the prize?
we're also gamers. We're building games.
Is
COPI is going to be accepted in our marketplace with our next NFT sale. The development work for that is going quite well,
Yep.
which is pretty exciting. So I think they're a little over halfway through, and we should be able to do that for the Collectors Club,
Yep. I mean,
which
what's
is
exciting for that is well, I mean, for starters, it's exciting because it gives that utility to COPI.
mhm.
COPI is a native token, obviously on Cardano, and now that we have embedded native tokens in our marketplace, doesn't have to stop at COPI.
That's right. That's right. So fun stuff there. Um, might have been a little bit of a leak as well.
Maybe.
But yeah, we're very excited. We're talking to a few groups already on the Collectors Club. Fun stuff happening there. We're really going to talk to as many as we can at the CNFT Con, which preparation for that is going incredibly well.
Yep.
Um, little game dev announcement. So I was just checking in with the programming team, and they have finalized bringing the racing game from UE4 to UE5, and they
Oh,
told me that was a bit of a beast.
this is a leak.
So yeah, yeah. Well, the racing game has come over. It is on UE5 now, and it's working. But when they brought it over, it pretty much broke everything because UE5 has, and I don't fully have understanding of this, but the partitioning system in UE5 is significantly different than the previous one. So basically, in UE4, they would load it would be level streaming, so they would load sections of the game. When the character got to that particular place, it would load the new
Yep.
section, and the partitioning system is significantly different for UE5. So bringing it over just broke everything that we had before. They basically had to rebuild it, but that is complete, which is pretty awesome. So a big hurdle, and now we're finally fully over to UE5 for the
Yep.
most part.
But it's not. I
So
mean, it's not just come over a copy of it was before. It's had some pretty major enhancements. And not only has it got a new engine, it's got a new wheel, new exhaust,
multiplayer as well.
multiplayer.
Yeah. Yeah. So some fun stuff there. And then I also checked in with David just for another little leak on some of what's happening we should do this more often, just check in with him on anything that we might want to mention. But David has been working on Solace very heavily,
Yep.
and it is absolutely beautiful. I thought it was beautiful before, but it's just gotten so much more detail. And one of the major problems that he solved this week in working on that was the performance. So when you're developing a game, especially with graphics at the level of ours, you have to constantly be thinking of performance in so many different ways
Yep.
and solving for problems with that. And he actually has it performing at a phenomenal, I can't say the frame rate, but it's a really good frames per second at 4K resolution.
Yep.
So
And
that's
that
remarkable.
and Solus is now multiplayer.
Yes. Yes, it is. That as well. So yeah, some really, really fun stuff happening there. I guess we're at a point where we can bring Steve up.
Oh, no
Special
surprise.
guest.
Yeah. I wonder who it could be.
Yeah, I know, right? No surprise now. Hey, let's get him up here. All right. Hey, welcome.
Hello, Steve.
Hey,
Hello there.
how are you?
Good,
to see you
sir. How are you
guys.
doing?
What are you
Awesome.
drinking, Steve?
I am drinking the sweet nectar of community,
Oh,
Sweet Nectar of Community. I like the name.
or
221
kombucha.
kombucha. All right. I like kombucha.
Passion fruit and red clover.
Okay.
Let's
Does it taste
give it a
good?
sip here. I don't know. Never
Oh, you
tried
haven't
it
had it
before.
yet.
This is special.
Special. All right. Well, cheers.
221 BC.
I
Is
think
that?
yours probably tastes the best. Mine
What?
probably tastes the worst.
Yours looks like dirt.
I'm drinking
Toilet
Earth.
water. But is that BC before Cardano?
Oh, I hadn't thought of it quite like that.
That's very interesting.
I just
It
worked
does.
it out on my calculator.
Yeah. So,
So tell us about what's your background, Steve? How'd you end up with Cornucopias? What's the story?
you know, you guys were talking about your past, and Rob had asked you about the ITN and if you were involved in the ITN. And I hung around Cardano for a long, long time before I really got, involved. And I thought I wanted to be a stake pool operator. As Shelley was approaching and the ITN was there, I mean, I was, right in with all the, a lot of the people that we think of as OGs, trying to figure out how to do this thing. And I figured out that being a stake pool operator was not in my wheelhouse, so I kind of just stepped aside. And then the 2020 Cardano Summit happened, and we all got introduced to Door and the concept of Project Catalyst. And he said, hey, throw your name in the hat. We're going to pick 50 people out of the community to be part of Fund 1. And he was talking about governance and an experiment about governance. And I was like, man, I wrapped my head around that. I'm all about that. So I threw my name in the hat and got picked.
100 words.
Yeah, well, the first words of my essay, if you will, were, "There's no reason in the world for you to pick me." There's absolutely no reason in the world for you to pick me, but I'm passionate about this community, and I want to be part of this. So I got picked, along with Rob. That's where Rob and I met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a funny story about that because I knew it was coming up, and it was on a Friday night, and it was 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and submissions had to be in by midnight, and I'd been drinking. so I wrote this thing. I wrote this thing in 2 hours, exactly 100 words, like you are when you're a geek. Counted them all through, submitted it, and then I remember speaking to Door about 6 months later. These 50 people, these 50 special people. How did you choose just 50 people out of everyone? And Door said, we only received 50 entrants. So everyone got in.
That's great.
Wow.
That was as early days. I mean, that was the first catalyst.
August 2020, yeah. Well, that August 2020 when it started, we may have applied. I don't know. That might have been May or June, something like that.
Well, the summit was in June, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I think the submissions had to be in sometime early July.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, I got involved there, and early doors Door. God, I miss that guy. I really do.
I like Door.
I ping him every now and then in Telegram. Yeah. Anyway, we in Telegram. Speaking of which, it's just such a strange way to communicate, and there were so many of us trying to get so many things figured out, and there was so much that wasn't figured out in those early days. That everybody kept saying we needed a different way to thread these conversations because you just couldn't keep up. Mm-hmm. And so somebody said, we should do Discord. And I'm like, Discord?
Yeah, another new tech we'd never used.
What is it? And so I went off and looked at it, and I said, well, man, there's nothing to firing one of these things up. And there was a whole bunch of us that were talking about it. I said, okay, well, I just fired it up and started the Cardano Project Catalyst Discord server. And then said to all the people that were around, hey, come on, let's build this thing out. So we built it out, and that's kind of what got me started there. And Rob and I had some plans that didn't work out, because I decided I wanted to try and go to work for IOG.
So I always wanted to start my own YouTube channel. So I was going to start a YouTube channel with Steve. It would never have worked out. I would have been rubbish on YouTube.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
Bunch of people out there watching right now going,
yes, saying, oh my goodness gracious, outright TV.
You'll only ever make 25 episodes.
I can't believe we made 25 episodes. I think we should have set an easier pattern to maintain, though, like every 2 weeks. But hey, hey, here we are. So, Steve, tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Cornucopias.
Well, I'm the community manager on Discord, and I kind of try and head up the moderators crew, and try and keep things fam friendly and on the right path. So my whole thing is about just trying to keep everybody headed in a positive direction. In a bear market, things can get really dicey in a hurry.
Salty, dicey.
So, now I'm working with Matt and the mods, and we're trying to come up with different things that we can do to engage folks within Discord that's, doesn't have to do with, being on a whitelist or being in a specific tier. It just, hey, you're in here and let's engage and let's grow together. So that's kind of what we're working on right now.
Yeah. Everyone calls you corn pops.
Corn pops. Love it.
It's kind of an homage to my youthful.
Hey, you say that sarcastically, but to my knowledge, you're playing tennis multiple times a week, 3 times a week.
That's true. I do like to take my frustrations out on little yellow fuzzy balls.
Body in motion stays in motion.
That's right.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yep. So anyway, thank you all for inviting me to be part of this crew. I'm just loving, like I said, what am I drinking? The sweet nectar of this community. I mean, it's so awesome.
It is.
So anyway,
it is. No, you've done a tremendous job. I really thank you for your efforts to keep it positive in there and keep people engaged and keep people on track with, I think some have come in and been surprised at the no cussing or whatever. But yeah, we're building a family friendly game. And so I don't want somebody with a 11-year-old coming in or a 8-year-old and they just hear a bunch of crap. Like let's keep it where all ages are welcome.
I think I've known you now, Steve, for over 2 years, and we've never actually physically met yet, have we?
That's about to be rectified.
That's good.
Yeah, Vegas.
Yeah, baby.
Vegas. It'll be good to have you there, man. It'll be good to meet you in person.
To it.
Aren't you like
Everybody,
6'5" or 6'10"?
Yeah, it depends
something
on
like
how
that?
tough the day's been. Yeah, 6'5", 6'5.5", something like that.
yeah.
Goodness
Everyone who
gracious.
wants to meet Steve, come over to Vegas.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, anything you have in your vision, maybe talk about something that you're most excited about in your goals. We all recently did our 30, 60, 90 goals. Is there anything you're excited about in particular from those?
I, th- I, I think probably for me it's the moderator training that we want to do, and how we're going to. I mean, the moderators in our crew are just phenomenal to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're really patient, polite, kind people, and I think that we need to just explore as this bear market grows on and people become potentially more weary. We need to really bolster those people that are trying to keep the community
Yep.
accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
And we're listening to. I mean, you're there as well, listening, flying the flag, and we now have a weekly meeting, don't we?
Yes. Yep. Yep. So it's. I'm just looking forward to what we get to do during this time when we're not. Oh my God! It's a mint week.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah,
get
that
to
too.
actually work on the little bits that you don't work on when you're
Yep.
in crisis mode. Not that mints are a crisis, but
No, the good thing about the mints that we had and that we've done is that all of them were assets required for the game. But you're right, like the point when everybody has to focus on prepping for that sale in the last minute and it becomes very preparatory based for the sale. Yeah, that is it's good to be free from that right now. But thankfully everything that we did was on target, helping us move the game forward. Now we're able to speed that up quite a bit, and then really start bringing more to market, which is just going to be very exciting for 2023, what we can do. Yeah. Um, so, all right. Well, hey, anything else from you, Rob, for Steve? Any questions for Steve?
No, I mean, when we're in Vegas, though, I will be asking you what you're drinking, Steve. I will be buying you a few beers.
I'm looking
Absolutely.
forward
Well,
to
it's
it.
been a pleasure to have you on the team. I know that you've got some leadership qualities that are really needed, and some. It's just tremendous to have you on the team, helping spearhead our community. And I know you've had um, just a lot on your plate, so I think you've done a tremendous job, and so we thank you for being a part of what we're doing here.
Everyone
All right,
say
thank
hello
you.
to Steve in the comments.
Yeah. Hello to Steve in the comments. All right, man.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
soon.
Hello, Steve.
All right. Great to have him on the show. And looks like next up is community questions. I have a few for you, Rob.
Oh, for me this time.
Yeah,
Okay.
this time we're switching it up. We got to keep people on their feet. We can't
Oh,
just
dear.
be predictable every time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number one. Will you be able to buy building kits and gameplay kits separately from what is offered through more rare custom dome NFTs?
Yeah, you will be able to, because we have a marketplace. So yeah, I mean, all the custom domes come with building kits. So it's not compulsory, but if you want to, yeah, the marketplace will be the place to go. And
Yeah,
I'm
and the
sure
custom domes that were sold came with a certain number of
yeah,
building kits that
depends on its rarity.
we had discussed, and the marketplace will be where we just continue to add new content that is
Mhm.
available for purchase and for use.
Yep.
So, yeah. Next question: will you have merchandise for sale at CNFTCon?
No.
Ah, it's a bummer.
But we'll be giving it away for free, so you don't need
Yeah.
to buy it. People will be winning it. There will
I think we're
be
gonna have about 150 shirts, something like that we'll give away.
some
And then there'll be prizes.
challenges. There'll be some challenges, some prizes for doing certain things.
Yes. Semi-leak there. Leaky. I haven't heard anything else that I thought might have been a special word yet, so I'm going to stick with antler. But I hope I don't make everybody else guess wrong by doing that. And final question. How is the bridge coming along for COPI? Do you guys have an ETA on that?
Brooklyn Bridge?
The Brooklyn Bridge, yes.
Severn Bridge?
No. Cross-chain bridge.
London Bridge? No? Yes,
Yeah.
the bridge by fair enough.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Been a long time.
It's hard to hear you while I'm stirring my drink. What?
Yeah. So the infamous Chainport Bridge, as we know, we've been waiting for Vasil, and now Vasil came out yesterday, 3 days from now, yesterday. Yeah. So after Vasil, which is now, it's going through test, and then we will be able to announce a launch date very soon of when that bridge is actually going to go live. A lot of people will be very happy.
Yes.
Including us.
Very, very soon we'll be announcing the actual date. And it might have even been announced prior to this video, but yeah, you never know.
Well, that would be very soon.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now is time for our leak video.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. The leak of the week. Wow. All right. A backpacker outfit.
Yeah. What are they carrying?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They've got some Doc Martens on there. They're really struggling to carry it. It look heavy.
Yeah. That's not a small pack. It's not a light pack.
No.
It's like he's headed out for the week. And he's walking through Solace.
Oh, you know what? It reminds me of a conversation I had with David. I think I know who this is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's made his way into the caves, into the cliffs. Beautiful. That grass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's walking from one end of Solace to the other, we'll see you in an hour. It's going to be a long walk.
Yes, it is going to be a long walk. It's a good thing he's done some fades for us.
So this must be part of the gameplay then. We're going to be carrying all that stuff around. Interesting. Or is this an NPC? No, it can't be an NPC.
No, you can. That's our leak for the week. That's exciting stuff. Very beautiful artwork. You saw a backpacker. Looks like he's on his way to do something interesting. More to be revealed there. But obviously that showcases the quality of our graphics and our art and what's happening on Solace. So pretty exciting.
And some of the gameplay as well. I mean, I would say you can only carry what you can hold.
Yeah, there you go. Something interesting happening there. All right, folks, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, as always, and have a wonderful rest of your week, and happy Vasil. We don't have the leak yet. Oh, man. Jeff, come on, man.
Dude, I don't have it yet, man.
Is your hair the leak?
My head is leaking.
Yes, it is. Oh, that's better. Okay, goodness.